So are you using the right tool for the job? The first thing you do when selecting a lubricant conditioning system is to understand the type of contamination you have, how much of that contamination you have, and what form is that contamination in. So first we'll talk about solids. And solid material can either be above the range of filtration, I'm going to say is effectively 1 micron, or below the range. And if you have contamination below the range of conventional filtration, well, you're spinning your wheels with a conventional oil filter. So it's like you don't hammer in a nail with a screwdriver, use a hammer. So you have to use the correct tool for the job. So in this case, for any solids below the range of filtration, I would first use a patch weight test to determine the concentration, right? Because we don't know how much is in there, we just know that it's there. So by understanding the concentration of contamination and the size of it, we can then start to apply the right tool for the job. So in the case of submicronic particle contamination above 4 milligrams per 50 milliliters, you need an electrostatic oil cleaning device, or ECR. For contamination above the range of filtration, I would advocate strongly for a very high efficiency beta 4000 microglass filter. That will do a very effective job. Moving to oxidation material, generally in the R&O application, which is rust and oxidation inhibited oils, so we're talking about journal bearings or we're talking about roller element bearings. This contamination is quite often dissolved. In this case, dissolved contamination can only be removed using ICB ion exchange technology. For oxidation material, we need to look at the application and the lubricant type. So in this case, R&O inhibited oils, or rust and oxidation inhibited oils, would generally be creating dissolved contamination as the primary contaminant. In this application, we'd use ICB, ion exchange technology, to remove that contamination. Applying a particulate removal device in this situation would not be appropriate. Moving to water contamination, I often find users struggling. Water can be either dissolved, free, or emulsified. And again, which water removal technology can be applied to each of those 3 scenarios? And then secondly is, what is concentration? Again, to use a water removal tool that removes 50 or 100 ppm water in an application that requires 10,000 ppm removal would not be appropriate. And the inverse is also true. I quite often see people using a massive vacuum dehydrator to remove 50 or 100 ppm water. These are excellent tools, but in this case, not the right tool for the job. So take a step back, understand your situation, do some detailed lab analysis, figure out what contamination you have, what concentration levels it's at, and then most importantly, what form it's in. And then you'll be able to make an effective decision.